Movies Are a Thing is a weekly podcast going over the movies releasing this week.
And whatever movie-related tangents we decide to venture off on today.
Hello and welcome to Movies Are a Thing. My name is John.
And I'm Travis, and here are the movies premiering this week.
But before we do that, Travis.
You're a jerk, by the way.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, man, okay.
How's your week been going, man?
Oh, it's been good. Yeah. So I did get my car back.
Yeah?
It's not fixed.
Okay.
The rental car I had, it just became too expensive to have. So I called up the place that had my car and was like, hey, like, I don't want to be spending money on a rental car. Like, can I take my car until you get the parts? Like, is it okay to drive? And they're like, well, I mean, it's probably not the best to drive, but you can. So I'm driving it right now. So I got that going for me. Which is nice. Yeah. It's nice to have my car back.
Right.
Other than that, my place of employment, the St. Michael Cinema, is paying for me to go to NATO, which is pretty awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's not going to be in Minnesota this year, though.
Really?
It's in Iowa.
Oh.
Yeah, right?
Well, that's still awesome, though.
Yeah. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, really? Like, I thought I was going to have to pay for something, but...
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, thank you, St. Michael Cinema.
Yes,
appreciate
very
you.
much.
Not only for sending Travis down to the National Association of Theater Owners conference that they got going on, but also for sponsoring the podcast. It is very, very, very highly appreciated. And
it is.
Just wanted to say thank you once again, and make sure, like, if you want to go see a movie and you're in the Twin Cities area, come on up to St. Michael and check out the St. Michael Cinema. It's pretty sweet. Say hi to Travis or
heck yeah,
any of the other people up here, and enjoy the movies. Yeah.
Yes. So speaking of movies, I did watch 2.
Oh, you watched 2?
I watched 2.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna go with the one I liked first, and that was Bob Marley.
Yeah.
One Love.
Very nice.
I'm not the biggest fan of Bob Marley, but I know of his music, and I know that it has significance to it, and I feel like the movie did it justice.
Okay.
I didn't know a whole lot of the history. I didn't even know he died of cancer. Sorry, spoiler alert. But yeah, so I would really recommend it if you're a fan of his music. If you're a fan of movies in general, go watch it. It's good.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
The second one I watched, I did not like so much.
Is that the one that nobody has really liked so far?
Very, very, yes. So, Madam Web. So, I can't blame Dakota Johnson for her taking this role because she did the best with what she could with it. I didn't have a problem with her in the role. It was the dialogue written for it and the story. It was just so shoddily put together and rushed.
Okay.
And I feel like a 5-year-old wrote it.
Okay.
And there's in one part, she says this line, and it says, "Don't do stupid things." And I wish they would have listened to that when making this movie.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That is quite the review of it.
And I usually like pretty much a lot of the things I watch, and that one no redeeming qualities.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Well, as you know, if you listened to last week, I really did not have any movies that I was really looking forward to.
Right.
So I stayed home.
Right.
Had a nice relaxing weekend. It was kind of nice.
Nice.
But this week we might have something.
Ooh.
We'll see. We'll see how it all goes.
Awesome.
But what do you say? Should we hop into it?
Let's hop on in.
Boom. All right. First things first. Got to talk about all the bad news. Obviously, we've kind of gone over some of this kind of stuff before, but apparently Paramount is actually laying off 800 of their staff.
Mm-hmm.
They have not been doing well just in general.
Really?
And
Okay.
I know Paramount has been kind of looking to see, if anybody else wants to join together on their streaming services and all of that kind of fun stuff, because Paramount Plus, I think, is the thing that Paramount is doing the best at, but that still is not doing great.
Okay.
And so basically they are out of their 24,500 employees. It sounds like they're going to be laying off or already laid off about 800 of them.
Okay.
And basically it's just kind of, again, a cost cutting measure because they're not doing all the best.
That's surprising considering they had one of the better Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why their streaming is doing at least decently well.
Okay. Sure.
It's because they have a lot of the, really, really good stuff. Like, they have like all of Nickelodeon.
Right.
They have, who else was in there? Oh, there was so much in there, and I completely forgot who all was in there.
All of Nickelodeon. They have Beavis and Butthead. They have I know Comedy Central stuff.
Okay.
I'm drawing a blank on all of what they have, but yeah.
Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, BET, MTV, Paramount Pictures, and CBS.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of stuff over on Paramount.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which is why they were able to do all of that with their Super Bowl commercial. But yeah, apparently still not doing great.
Well, that's too bad.
So again, had to start off with some of the kind of bad news, but
Right.
some good news for Paramount is at least they're staying alive.
I was waiting for you to do that. Okay, that's good.
We have a Bee Gees movie coming in to Paramount, actually, and apparently Ridley Scott is going to be directing it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. And actually, Paramount did Bob Marley's One Love.
Okay.
That was a Paramount picture. And Ridley Scott is in negotiations to direct the untitled Bee Gees movie.
Okay. That's really cool. I like the Bee Gees. I think a lot of people like the Bee Gees, honestly.
I mean, it's the song that you sing to do CPR to.
That's right.
Unless you have a very morbid sense of humor and go with Another One Bites the Dust.
Ha.
That's what they say in the classes. Either go with Staying Alive by the Bee Gees or Another One Bites the Dust by Queen. Both of them have the same beats per minute, and that's
Okay.
what you're supposed to basically pump the heart at in order for them to have the best chance of staying alive.
God, that made me think of Madam Web again because she teaches them how to do CPR in the movie.
Really?
Ugh, yeah.
They didn't bring that up at all, though?
No, they never mentioned the Bee Gees or anything like that, or any songs or anything.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. I guess they missed that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can tell by the way I segue to our next movie that I'm pretty much done talking about that one. But yeah, the next one actually still dealing with music, but going from disco to Detroit rap. There's a bit of a difference there. Apparently, Eminem is actually co-producing a documentary on the world of superfans called Stans,
Ooh, okay.
which is, I guess, technically based off of his song, where he has a very obsessed fan. Let's just go with that. And
Right.
was that one the one that was co-produced with, was it Dido or Jewel? I think it was Dido.
Dido, yeah. but now I'm thinking it's Jewel. So you should consult Google on that one.
Eminem and Dido. Stan, a song by Eminem. Yeah. So, but basically that's kind of where Stan kind of came from. Some people say it's, Stalker fan, but it's also from the song by Eminem,
right?
About just super fans that kind of go too far.
Mm-hmm.
And so this one should be interesting to see.
Most definitely.
So, according to the synopsis, the film, with the working title Stans, is a revealing, edgy, and disarmingly personal journey into the world of super fandom, told through the lens of one of the world's most iconic and enduring artists, Eminem, and the fans that worship him.
Okay.
So, like I said, it should be interesting. It should be interesting to see.
Most definitely. I've always been a big fan of that song in Eminem, so it should be a good one.
Perfect. So you like Gerard Butler, right?
I do like Gerard Butler.
And man, nobody actually. I don't remember this movie like even coming out, other than like people reviewing it. Mm-hmm. So, speaking of Gerard Butler and Greenland, if you saw that back in 2020, apparently it has a sequel coming out called Migration.
Okay.
Now, what has me weirded out about that is that we have another movie called Migration that is out now that is not a Gerard Butler movie. It is, in fact, an animated family movie. Mm-hmm. I don't think this will be a family movie.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think I would have to see the first one to know why they're calling it Migration.
Yeah. I have an idea, but I don't really want to say it if in case it spoils the movie.
Oh, sure, okay.
But it does have Gerard Butler and Morena Baccarin in it. So that should be fun. Mm-hmm. Basically, it is an apocalypse movie. Mm-hmm. So take that as you will for what Migration will be about.
Okay. All right.
And we'll go from there.
I will let my imagination run wild.
You know whose imagination is probably running wild?
Whose?
Jordan Peele's.
Yeah, his does that.
So, Jordan Peele actually has... We talked about his movie, how it got taken off the 2024 schedule. Mm-hmm. And apparently now it is on the schedule in 2025, but no set date.
Okay.
Just sometime in 2025.
Gotcha, all right.
That's all that they're saying about it. We don't really have anything else known about it. It's just... Jordan Peele is making a new movie. It's going to be released in 2025.
Okay. I do enjoy his work, so awesome.
Should have people get out to the theater.
Most definitely.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. And come say hi.
Yeah. You talking about us?
Oh, well, I mean, or come say hi to me.
No.
When I'm working. No, of course not. No. Why would anybody want to do that?
Do you get what I did there?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Okay.
I gotcha.
I was a little worried. It was a little not heavy-handed, but
oh no,
little on the subtle side there.
No, I gotcha.
Okay. But yeah, so basically we'll have that coming in. Another movie that we'll have coming in 2025. Mm-hmm. In the same genre, probably. Megan 2.0. And it's moving from January 2025 to May 2025. So they're giving themselves a little bit more time on it.
And that also tells me that they have total faith in it.
Coming in right at the beginning of the summer blockbuster kind of time frame.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's when movies shine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. May 16th, 2025. Mm-hmm. What is that? That's going to be... 2 weeks before Memorial Day weekend or something like that?
Something like that, yep.
Pretty close?
That's prime.
Mm-hmm. So that should be fun times for anybody that wants to go see that. Anybody who liked Megan. Mm-hmm. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they're going to keep the name Megan 2.0, or do you think they're going to go with something else?
I mean, Megan 2.0 is a good name.
Mm-hmm.
So if it stays that, I think it would be a good one. If they change it, I don't know what they would change it to, though.
Right. Yeah,
besides Megan version 2 or something like that, which that sounds lame.
Yeah, or, that wouldn't really work either. Never mind, I got nothing. But apparently, they have decided to change the name of a movie service, I guess.
Okay.
If you've ever heard of Vudu or ever used it, I actually use it myself. They are apparently renaming it. So Vudu will no longer be around. It is now going to be called Fandango at Home.
Okay.
So basically on the article that we have for it, the opening line is "Adieu, Voodoo." So 20 years after it was founded as a digital movie service, and now it's part of NBC Universal's Fandango, it'll be called Fandango at Home.
Okay.
Which does not roll off the tongue quite as well as Voodoo.
It does not, no.
Like, I really enjoyed the name Voodoo. It's unfortunate.
So I can already see the problems happening of people losing their movies.
Apparently, it's just supposed to be a name change.
Okay, all right. So it's not going to be like a interface change or anything like that, or
Not that I know of.
okay.
In a frequently asked questions posted on the Vudu site, Fandango says all your movies and TV shows from Vudu will remain in your Fandango at Home library. Nothing in your account will change. However, you will now have the option to link your Fandango and Fandango at Home logins.
Okay.
So if you have a Fandango account that you buy tickets on or anything like that, and you have the Fandango at Home, you can combine them and just have the one login.
Interesting. Okay.
Which, yeah, I mean, like I said, I use Vudu. I'm probably still going to call it Vudu just out of habit.
Right.
But, basically that's what I use for any of my digital copies of the movies that I have.
Sure.
So, like, you know how they come with, like, Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy. That's where all my digital copies are.
Gotcha.
That I have actually redeemed.
Nice.
And then you can watch them from anywhere, as long as you have the Vudu app and an internet connection. So it's kind of nice.
So I'm sure you use that for like plane rides and things.
Not really. Mainly because, like, plane rides, I'll just use the plane, whatever they have.
Oh, sure. Okay.
If I'm having a long enough flight to use it. But I don't really have too many TV shows. It's mainly just movies.
Sure.
So I don't know.
Gotcha. All right.
So we'll have to see how that all goes.
Fantastic.
Travis, this is the fourth time. No. No, so actually, going into the Fantastic Four news, if you have seen our Facebook or Twitter, facebook.com/moviesareathing, or Twitter and Instagram @moviesareathing, no spaces, dashes, slashes, anything like that, @moviesareathing. I did not take a breath before that. We actually threw out there on the Fantastic Four casting that has happened. We now have the official release, where Pedro Pascal, as we thought, is going to be Reed Richards. Vanessa Kirby is going to be Sue Storm. Joseph Quinn is going to be Johnny Storm. And then Eben Moss Backrack is going to be Ben Grimm.
Okay.
So I enjoy this casting. I think it's pretty good.
I do too. Okay, so to be honest, I had to look up Vanessa Kirby because I forgot what she was in. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I know.
I mean, she's been in a few things.
Just a few.
Yeah. A
lot of Tom Cruise.
A lot of Tom Cruise. She was in, Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, yep, okay.
Me Before You. I don't know if you remember that one.
Who else was in that?
That was Amelia Clarke. Sam
that's
Claflin.
the one with where she takes care of the guy in the wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
okay.
So Vanessa Kirby was not the main character. That was Amelia Clarke.
Okay, right.
But she was in there as well. But yeah, like you said, obviously, Mission Impossible Fallout, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, no longer Part 1.
Right.
And I don't know, we'll have to see about Mission Impossible, quote-unquote, Dead Reckoning Part 2, but not actually Dead Reckoning Part 2.
Right.
Oh, that's right. And then in the Joaquin Phoenix Napoleon, she was Josephine Bonaparte.
That's right, yep. I never did see that.
Right. So, yeah, she's going to be Sue Storm.
Okay.
And then Jonathan Quinn or Joseph Quinn, sorry, as Johnny Storm.
And he was, oh gosh, I forget his name in Stranger Things, but Eddie. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, he was Eddie in Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been in one or two other big things. I just got to remember what they... Oh, duh, he's going to be in the new Quiet Place that's coming out.
Yes, he is, yep.
He was in an episode of Game of Thrones as well.
Okay.
Why was I thinking he was in one other kind of big thing?
I mean, Game of Thrones is pretty big.
Yeah, but like I said, he was only in one episode of it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I thought he was in another thing. That's right, he's going to be in Gladiator 2 as well.
Oh, okay.
So he's got Gladiator 2, he's got A Quiet Place Day 1, and The Fantastic Four, which will be releasing on July 25th, 2024.
Okay. That seems...
It's a good weekend to release.
So July 25th, 2024.
Or
2025,
2025,
you mean?
yeah.
Okay, I was going to say
My
that's
apologies.
like this year.
My apologies, 2025.
I was like, man, they really filmed that quick.
Right?
And all that CGI, it must be real.
Right. Well, with the with the poster that they released, it looks like it might be possibly more of a period piece back in the 60s,
Cool.
which a lot of people are saying, oh, hey, then it could be that Reed Richards was like Hank Pym's mentor.
Ooh.
We'll have to see how that all goes.
Yeah. Strange or awesome things are afoot, not strange things.
Right. But yeah, then somebody else was like, yeah, and it's very weird how they are doing this now with, there was, we have the Fantastic Four, we had the Batman, and there was one other one that I can't think of just recently, the Suicide Squad. So we'll have to see how it all goes.
Sounds good.
Woo. But we'll have to see how they fight and who they fight.
Sounds good.
Speaking of fighting, that was a very weak segue. I apologize. Lupita Nyong'o and Chloe Grace Moretz, there we go, are going to be in a UFC movie called Strawweight.
Okay.
Not Stawweight like I have there. Strawweight.
Strawweight. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how that all goes. I mean, Lupita Nyong'o, obviously, Black Panther is a big one.
Most definitely.
Chloe Grace Moretz, big one would be Kick-Ass for like kind of the same kind of physicality as would be required for
Bray when she played
UFC
Hit Girl.
fighting. Yep.
Yep.
Exactly. We'll have to see how this all goes. Let's see here. I don't see any kind of like what the movie is about.
Okay.
Actually, here we go. It follows the journeys of two fighters who find themselves competing against each other in the octagon. One is a young woman, Chloe Grace Moretz, whose life is changed forever when she discovers her passion for the UFC, while the other is a former champion, Lupita Nyong'o, who is determined to reclaim her title by reinventing herself. Both want the same thing, respect, but only one can come out on top. Interesting. We'll have to see how that all goes, right?
I like it. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, going from UFC to Iraq again. I really don't have any other way to segue into that.
Right.
There's going to be a movie coming out about Saddam Hussein's last days. And apparently Barry Keoghan is going to be starring in it.
Okay.
It'll be... I don't know, man. Okay, so Amo Saddam, based on the bestseller The Prisoner in His Palace, follows a U.S. soldier tasked with guarding the ousted Iraqi dictator in the months before his execution.
Okay.
So Barry Keoghan will play an American soldier tasked with guarding Saddam Hussein before his execution.
Okay.
And which the book is an account of the 12 soldiers who guarded Hussein before his trial. It should be the role of Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein has not been cast yet.
Okay.
But they're looking for a really good actor from the region who speaks Arabic and can authentically embody the role.
Okay. I almost thought they were gonna get Barry to play him, and I was like, I don't know how that'll work, but
I was
sure.
gonna say that's gonna be probably not all that great.
Right.
But yeah, he'll instead of his native accent, he'll put on an American accent.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see how that goes. All I have to say to them though is good luck, have fun, don't die. Which is the name of a new movie that's coming out. Did you know that?
Well, I mean, I know that now.
So apparently there's a new movie coming from Gore Verbinski,
Okay.
who did the original Pirates of the Caribbean,
He sure did.
the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is called, like I said, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And apparently it has cast Sam Rockwell, Haley Lou Richardson, Michael Pena, Zazie Beetz, and Juno Temple to star in it.
Okay.
Which, okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
Right. I really liked the last movie he did, Cure for Wellness.
Okay.
That one was really good. I know it flew under the radar, but if you have the chance to watch that one, I don't know if you would like it very much, but because it's a little bizarre.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So, I mean, Sam Rockwell, always great.
Oh,
always
definitely.
great.
I do like Zazie.
Zazie Beetz,
Mm-hmm.
always great. Haley Lou Richardson, I don't really know. Same with Juno Temple, but Juno Temple was in Ted Lasso.
Okay.
And so a lot of people will probably know her.
Mm-hmm.
Haley Lou Richardson, there we go, was in The White Lotus, which
Okay.
apparently is a very messed up show. Let's just put it that way.
I've heard. Yep.
And then Michael Pena is Michael Pena.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was in The Martian. He was Luis from Ant-Man. He was in, what was it, Sniper?
Was he in Sniper?
The Marky Mark one.
Oh, Shooter.
Shooter, thank you. That one was a good movie, though.
It was.
I really enjoyed Shooter.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. He was in the 2017 Chips movie.
Yes, he was. Wasn't he also in End of Watch with Jake Gyllenhaal?
He was. Yep.
No.
Yep. He was in Dora and the Lost City of Gold.
That movie is underrated and should be seen by more people.
Moonfall.
Okay. I never did see that, but I wanted to.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, so he is going to be part of Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die,
Okay.
along with the other ones that we have mentioned here. That should be fun time right there.
Definitely. I will definitely smile when I watch that.
Again. So we do have a Smile sequel coming out, and apparently it has added Dylan Galula,
Okay.
who I honestly am not sure, haven't heard that name too much, so
Yeah, I don't recognize her.
yeah. Xanthopy in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Okay. Yeah, I never watched. I watched like a few episodes, but...
Okay.
Oh, and she was also in... She'll be in the third season of Hacks
There you go.
on Max. Okay, cool.
Very nice, very nice. So we'll have a sequel to Smile.
Okay.
Joins an ensemble that also includes Naomi Scott, Lucas Gage, Kyle Gallner, and Rosemary DeWitt, as previously announced.
Oh, okay.
So, and did you enjoy that one? I don't remember.
I never did see the first one.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did.
No, I never did.
Oh, my apologies.
No, you're good. I will have to, because I heard it was good, and I wanted to see it. I just never got to, so... That was before I worked at the theater again, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that makes sense. You know what movie you should see if you haven't seen it yet?
What's that?
Nimona.
Ooh, okay.
That one is pretty good, and apparently Netflix has put it onto YouTube.
Really? Ooh, okay.
And so if you want to watch Nimona the movie, as of right now, it is on YouTube. I do believe that it is up for some awards for the Academy Awards.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, they want to try to get as much attention to it as possible. And so they have it on YouTube right now.
Okay. That's awesome.
I enjoyed the film.
Okay.
I really did. I thought it was pretty good. I never read the source material, so I couldn't tell you how in line it is with it. Mm-hmm. But this is the movie that basically started out at Disney, or it started out at Blue Sky, I think, which was part of Fox. Mm-hmm. The same studio that did like Ice Age and stuff.
Right.
And then when Fox bought them, all of a sudden Blue Sky was done. Or not when Fox bought them, when Disney bought Fox. Mm-hmm. Blue Sky was cut out.
Right.
And Nimona was basically just scrapped, and then Netflix picked it back up.
Okay.
And finished it off, and they took care of all of that and released it, and it did pretty good. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's only an hour, just over an hour and a half long. So it's a movie-wise, it's a pretty quick watch.
Okay. Awesome.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty good movie.
Sweet.
Yeah. But yeah, that is the actual last of our movie news.
Okay.
Travis, do you have anything else you want to say about any of the movie news that popped up here?
No, I can't think of anything.
All right. Well, before we go into our trailers, make sure you visit us at Facebook. We're at facebook.com/moviesarethathing. We also are on Twitter and Instagram at moviesarethathing. No spaces, dashes, slashes, anything like that. At moviesarethathing. Come on by and say hi. But that brings us into our trailers. The first one being the new Godzilla x Kong, the New Empire trailer. Travis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
I am ready to shut off my brain and just enjoy some monkey and lizard beating on some monkey action.
It does look good. It does.
Ape and lizard beating on some ape.
Right.
My apologies.
There's no need to, I don't think you need to apologize for that one. I am excited for this because I loved the other ones. Mm-hmm. But after watching Godzilla -1, I don't know.
Keep them as two separate universes.
I guess I have to do that.
Keep them as two separate universes.
All right, then if I can do that, then I think this will be good.
Yeah, because like there's original Japanese Godzilla, mm-hmm. and then there's Americanized Godzilla.
Right.
Godzilla x Kong, mm-hmm. Americanized.
Right.
Americanized,
right.
America. Godzilla -1.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely 100% original Japanese Godzilla.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Two completely separate things.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually shocked to hear you say that you're excited to watch this, considering when you didn't really like
King of the Monsters.
Yeah, King of the Monsters, but you also sat really close to it, though.
Yeah. So, that was actually at NATO too.
It was. Hey. I remember that. Yeah.
Back when I could go to NATO.
Right.
No, it'll be good. I'm hoping that this movie will be good. Like I said, I just want to turn off my brain and enjoy it. I mean, I did like Godzilla vs. Kong.
That's right, you did. I remember that. Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried about it after King of the Monsters, mm-hmm. but it was just like I said, a good turn off your brain and go. Mm-hmm. Which I kind of am. After the first of the new Godzillas, I didn't think it was supposed to be that way.
Okay.
Because the first one with like Bryan Cranston and stuff, mm-hmm. it very much kind of gave a Jaws-esque kind of vibe to it.
Okay.
But then they just went full, American monster movie.
Yeah.
And I just have to. That's the way I have to think about it in order to enjoy it. Mm-hmm. So that's the way I'm trying to think about it.
Okay.
Let's just put it that way.
Just turn off your brain and enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They tried the cerebral stuff with the mm-hmm. with the new Godzilla and the Kong Skull Island, mm-hmm. and then they're just like, nope, mm-hmm. nope, giant ape, giant lizard, smash.
Right.
Yeah. So.
I did put up a new poster for it in our lobby here, mm-hmm, and in the poster it's Godzilla like about to start running, and it's like I would never picture Godzilla running, but mm-hmm. in this universe it makes sense. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, all right, sure, let's do it.
Getting ready for the hurdles.
Yeah, exactly. Gosh. He would just atomic blast them.
Right. Getting ready for the 4x100
Yeah, right.
baton race. Just get ready to hand off.
Come on, Kong.
That brings us to our next trailer. Speaking of giant apes, Sasquatch Sunset. There we go. This one looks weird.
Oh, so it's Jack Link's the movie. Okay. Messing with Sasquatch.
Hey. But yeah, like this one looks very weird.
It does look very weird, and I was surprised to see Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of was too, but then it was like, oh, this is just a weird movie that he can be whatever he wants to do. Mm-hmm. You know, he could just chew through the scenery.
Right, exactly.
And it's coming from Ari Aster, executive producing it.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's written and directed by David Zellner.
Okay.
Who also, he wrote, or did he write? Hold on one second. He acted in The Art of Self-Defense.
Okay.
Apparently he did a movie called Damsel with Robert Pattinson. Mm-hmm. Set in the Wild West, circa 1870.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, this Damsel was released in 2018 with Robert Pattinson, written and directed by David Zellner and Nathan Zellner.
Okay.
But the new one, Sasquatch Sunset, is at a film festival.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, which one did I see it at? Sundance.
Okay.
It was at the Sundance Film Festival.
Yeah, it was at the Sunny D.
Mm-hmm. So, apparently, like, people are enjoying it, but...
Okay.
Like I said, it's being produced by Ari Aster, who did, like, Beau is Afraid and stuff.
Right.
So, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's about, like, a year in the life of a unique family. It captures the daily life of a Sasquatch with a level of detail and rigor that is simply unforgettable.
Yeah, it shows some things in that trailer.
It was the Red Band trailer.
Yeah, right.
Let's just say it was the Red Band trailer.
It sure was.
And there's no speaking.
Mm-hmm. I really hope that there's no speaking in the entire movie.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Not in those scenes, but you know what I mean. Just those noises in general.
Got some Chewbacca going.
Exactly, right.
Very nice.
Yep.
Very nice, Chewbacca.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, that brings us to our next trailer, which is Damsel, not the one we were just talking about.
What a coinky dink.
What a quinky dink. Sorry, one second. There we go. This one is actually coming from Netflix. Mm-hmm. And it has Millie Bobby Brown in it, where she is a dutiful damsel who agrees to marry a handsome prince, only to find the royal family has recruited her as a sacrifice to pay an ancient debt.
Ooh.
And so she is basically one in a long line of sacrifices to a dragon as part of an ancient debt, apparently. But she, in the trailer, looks like finds a way out, and I don't know what happens, but we'll have to see,
Yeah.
I guess.
Looks like she's gonna get her revenge.
Absolutely. Either get her revenge or befriend the dragon, as what some people were saying.
Oh, that could be too, yeah.
We'll have to see how it goes. Mm-hmm. But that brings us to our last trailer for the night, which is American Dreamer. That has Peter Dinklage and Matt Dillon in it. Yes.
I really want to see this.
Yeah. And it has Shirley MacLaine in it. Mm-hmm. And basically, as far as I can tell, Peter Dinklage is the possibly brother of Matt Dillon's character, or somehow like related or friends or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And he just like cannot get in control of his life, and so he basically, is looking at these multi-million-dollar homes, and Matt Dillon's character's like, dude, just buy like a starter condo that's like everybody else does. And so he finds this thing that's like, a couple $1 million house, but it's $240,000, as long as he lives in it while the current owner is living in it, and then when she dies or something like that, then he gets the house or something. I don't know, something like that.
Yep.
And so he moves in, and it's Shirley MacLaine.
Yep.
And shenanigans ensue.
Yes.
Let's just put it that way. I kind of want to see this one.
I do too. I think this looks funny.
It looks incredibly funny. It looks incredibly slapstick. And I mean, obviously, there's going to be some drama in there because Shirley MacLaine has children who apparently, I'm guessing, will be fighting against him when she dies for the house.
Oh, most definitely. Yep.
And I mean, it just seems like it'll be a good movie.
Definitely. It kind of gives me the vibes of, simply because of Shirley MacLaine, but Bernie. I don't know if you ever saw that one with Jack Black, where he's a funeral a funeral operator, and he befriends this old lady, and she ends up dying.
I don't remember that one.
Okay. And then it also reminds me of another one called Duplex with Drew Barrymore and Ben Stiller.
Okay.
Where it's this couple living in an apartment below this old lady, and they are like, a bunch of things happen to where they need to almost like move out, but she's trying to kick them out and things like that. Or yeah, it's really good. I would recommend it if you can find it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. But yeah, that is the end of our trailers for this week. Brings us into the movies that are premiering this week. The first one that we have is Ordinary Angels. This one is rated PG, and it will be in theaters. Ordinary Angels centers on Sharon Steves, a fierce but struggling hairdresser in small town Kentucky, who discovers a renewed sense of purpose when she meets Ed Schmidt, a widower working hard to make ends meet for his 2 daughters. With his youngest daughter waiting for a liver transplant, Sharon sets her mind to helping the family and will move mountains to do it. What unfolds is the inspiring tale of faith, everyday miracles, and ordinary angels. IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, and Metacritic did not have a score for this one.
Okay.
What do you think about this one, Travis?
It looks good. It's not exactly my cup of tea. But it would be a good, like, family outing. For just families to get out of the house and, you know, come see a movie, come get some popcorn, something to drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just kind of... I mean, this one looks interesting. It is... so it stars Alan Ritchson and Hilary Swank. It's directed by John Gunn.
Okay.
Who has also directed Do You Believe? The Case for Christ. He also wrote American Underdog.
Okay.
The football movie about Kurt Warner.
Okay.
He also wrote Jesus Revolution and produced like all of that stuff too.
Okay.
So he has directed a few things here.
Okay.
But just that is, I guess, kind of giving you an idea of what kind of movie to expect, which I'm guessing you probably could have guessed just by the name alone and by the trailer, which I'm sure you watched. And from the synopsis that I read here, you know, the last line being, what unfolds is the inspiring tale of faith, everyday miracles, and ordinary angels.
So it's about superheroes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Very much so. So there is that. Alan Ritchson is like everywhere right now. Literally.
Isn't he Jack Reacher?
He is Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
And he's in the Ungentlemanly Warfare movie.
Oh, yeah.
He was in Fast X.
Oh, yes, he was. Yep.
Basically, people are like, oh, he'd be a really good Batman. And he responded to that basically being like, yeah, I'm stoked that people would think that I would be a good Batman. You know, That's awesome. I really appreciate that. Thank you. But then it's funny because he started off, or like he really kind of put his name out there with Blue Mountain State.
Right. You're right. I haven't seen that show in forever.
And yeah, he that's one of the things that he's was very much known for back in the day.
Right.
And then he was Gloss in Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Oh, okay.
So he was one of the I think he was one from like District 1 or District 2 or something like that.
Okay.
One of the really high up districts. Or like the ones that are very close to the capital.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, we have that one coming out this week.
Cool.
We also have Drive Away Dolls. This one is rated R, and it will be in theaters. In search of a fresh start, Jamie, an uninhibited free spirit bemoaning yet another breakup with a girlfriend, and her demure friend Marion, who desperately needs to loosen up, embark on an impromptu road trip to Tallahassee. But things quickly go awry when they cross paths with a group of inept criminals along the way. IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, and Metacritic did not have a score for this one.
Okay.
I think you were saying that you were looking forward to this one, right, Travis?
I am. I think this looks really good, and it's directed by a Coen brother, Ethan, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Written and directed.
Perfect. Okay. And it's got Coen Brothers written all over it.
Right.
But, I mean, it's just one Coen, but...
Just half a Coen.
Yep, half a Coen.
Yeah, this one, I mean, it absolutely looks hilarious. You know, like Coen Brothers hilarious. Definitely has that style to it.
Yeah.
And then we've got, I think we've talked about who's in it before.
I know for sure Pedro Pascal.
Yep. Matt Damon makes an appearance.
Yeah, Matt Damon.
Beanie Feldstein makes an
Yeah.
appearance as well. And then the two main characters are Margaret Qualley and Geraldine Viswanathan,
Okay.
which I know we talked about her last week
Correct. Yeah.
because she just joined Thunderbolts. That's right.
She did. Yep.
I couldn't remember what we talked about with her, but yeah, she just joined Thunderbolts because Ayo Edebiri ended up dropping out. Yeah, so Drive Away Dolls, the trailers look hilarious.
Most definitely.
It looks very Coen Brothers kind of awkward funny, if that makes sense. I don't know, I kind of want to see it.
Cool. All right.
We'll have to see how it goes.
Well, hopefully we'll see you at the theater this weekend.
Yeah. I might make a quick stop up here to the St. Michael Cinema,
Sweet.
which you should too.
Yes.
If you're listening and you're in Minnesota, you should definitely make your way up to the St. Michael Cinema, which is a pretty good theater. It's pretty awesome. So thank you once again to St. Michael Cinema for actually sponsoring us, because we actually have a sponsor now. Thank you. Brought it back.
And don't forget your bucket.
Right. Don't forget to, if you come on in, don't forget to get a bucket. I don't know. Do you guys sell those throughout the year?
We sure do. Yeah, we sell them. So we start selling them on Black Friday. And then it goes until the end of the year, and then we sell them all the way through 2024, and it's good until New Year's Eve of 2025.
Okay.
Yeah.
New Year, the last day of 2024.
Exactly.
I got you.
Yes.
I got you. Very nice. And the bucket's just basically you buy it and then you bring it in and you get popcorn.
Yep, you sure do. Yep. And then so if you see a movie, refills are free, and if you're not seeing a movie, they're $1. So it's very affordable. It pays for itself, after 5 or 6 trips. So.
And that's throughout the entire year.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. And it's a bucket of popcorn.
Sure is.
With a cover.
Yeah, with a cover, and we have real butter.
Ooh.
And we always put it in the middle.
Very nice, very nice. So that is actually our last movie of the week here. Travis, what's the order for you?
Ooh, Drive Away Dolls, and then Ordinary Angels.
Okay. Very nice, very nice. All right, other than that, do you have anything else you want to say about any of them?
I don't have anything for what we talked about today, but I forgot to mention something from last week.
Okay.
So it's from the Deadpool trailer. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but did you notice a special character from an X-Men movie making an appearance in the trailer?
Not really that I can remember.
Okay, so Pyro
Oh, right.
from X-Men 2.
Right. And The Last Stand.
Yep, and The Last Stand.
Right. I did see that, yes. Now that you mention it, I did see that.
Yeah. I was going to mention that last week, and I totally spaced, and I was like, I'm going to say it this week.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Well, if that's the case, then make sure you visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesarethathing. We also on Twitter and Instagram at @moviesarethathing. No spaces, dashes, such anything like that at @moviesarethathing. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/moviesarethathing. If you want to help support the podcast, we do have that over there. Travis.
Yes, sir.
I do believe it is about that time.
Here it comes.
Cue the outro. Thank you for listening to Movies Are a Thing. Be sure to tune in next week for more movies and tangents with us.
Just don't drink a big Mountain Dew again. Okay, that's a good idea. I will make you happy. Uh-huh.
But this is a pretty decently sized screen.
Good call.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Like, about the size of 4?
I'd say, yeah. I'd say 4, maybe even 13. I mean, it's definitely not XDX. But
No. That's the iPhone.
Yeah. The iPhone.
Yeah. Oh, excuse again. Did you see that American Dreamer trailer?
I did.
Okay, cool. Did you see that Sasquatch Sunset trailer?
I did. That was ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that?
I'm sorry, copyright.
Let's see here. Oh, they're up in the booth. They're not in the booth no more.
I'm gonna turn off the lights there for a second.
All right. Have you always been a big fan of Russell Crowe?
I like Russell Crowe for sure. As long as he doesn't throw a telephone at me.
Right. 'Cause that was him, right?
No, that's Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler. Dang. Megan. Spherical, Travis. Spherical.
I wish I would have watched Drake and Josh.
It was good. Yeah. But yeah, so, oh, excuse me.
I'm looking at the article.
Let me. Excuse.
Miss Goosey.
Nimona official trailer. Nimona full film 12 hours ago. Which. Give me 1 second, I gotta find the scores.
And through the magic of editing.
Through the magic of buying 2 of them. Metacritic.
Battle of Unicorn, I just noticed your t-shirt.
You like it?
I do, I like that.
So.
We're going to be having some Ghostbusters here when Ghostbusters comes out.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're going to have some people dressed up and in the get-up and have the Ecto-1. And
So who'd you call?
an old co-worker who I know, who is part of a group.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who is that?
His name's Andrew.
Oh, okay.
he worked at the theater back when I first started, so like 0102. But he posted that he posted a picture of him in his getup, and I was like, oh, that's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I wonder if he would be available for Ghostbusters opening weekend, and
Right.
he's like, well, we're already going to Rogers.
Those
So I was like,
bastards.
well, maybe we can swing on by. So I was like, well, I wonder if we can persuade you to, not go to Rogers.
Very nice. Very nice. Poaching the Ghostbusters.
Exactly.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Well, I think I'm going to try to go ahead and stop this here then, huh? Oh, no. I can barely hear you.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Ow. Okay. Insta.